Here's how you can stop talking, start pausing, and almost eliminate your use of filler words. And the reason I say almost is because filler words aren't really evil. It's completely fine to utilize them. In fact, I like to use them on purpose sometimes because they help us sound more human. But we shouldn't use more than one or two every minute. In the past, I've used more filler words than I care to admit, and to this day, I end up overusing them when I'm not conscious. But this exercise will not only help you reduce your filler words, help you improve your pausing, but make you more aware of your communications. In our training program, this is one of the initial techniques that we teach, and you can start seeing the results almost immediately. So let's get into how can you identify your most used filler words, the most reliable exercise to help you eliminate them, and the perspective that will change your outlook on filler words. By the way, if you're new here, hi, my name is Pradeep from Frantically Speaking. We release communications content all the time. If you're into that, subscribe for more. And if you're looking to take your communications journey to the next level, you can book a free consultation call with us by clicking on the Calendly link given in the description. You can chat with us and we can see if we can work together. So the first thing to understand is, why do you really utilize filler words? I'll show you a very simple demonstration so that you can visualize it. Imagine if this hand is your mouth. Your mouth is moving and talking. And if this hand is your mind. Now, good and articulate communication is when the mind and mouth move together. But sometimes when we're talking, our mind stops to think of the right words, structure the right sentences, and our mouth wants to keep moving. And when this happens, our mouth uses words that don't require the mind. Filler word. Until the mind catches up, we continue until it happens again. This disconnect is what causes us to excessively use filler words, and we want to try and reduce this gap between the mind and mouth as much as possible. So how do we do that? First, we need to understand, how do you identify your most used filler words? For me, the most used filler word was like. I would say this phrase over and over again, even when it's not required. I was out the other day and I tried to go for a long walk because, I was feeling a little stagnated at home, and my health wasn't in the best shape. And, I tried to go out, but it was raining. That was my communication before. Your most used filler word might be different. So it's time to identify it. The way you do it is, you need three things. You need a speech topic, a stopwatch, and an audio recorder. The latter two can be used on your phone itself. First, you want to get a speech topic. Make sure when you have the topic ready, you can immediately start speaking. Don't think too much on the topic, otherwise the purpose of the exercise is lost. The way to find a speech topic is to go on ChatGPT and simply type out, give me a 3-minute speech topic on blank industry, and just insert whatever industry you're a part of or you're interested in. You can do that, or you can check out a list of these speech topics, screenshot this, and pick any one from them. Now, after you have your speech topic down, immediately start your audio recorder and your stopwatch and start speaking on the topic. It doesn't matter how much you blank out. It doesn't matter how many fillers you're using. Just keep the stopwatch on for 3 minutes and don't stop the audio recorder. Say whatever comes to your mind, even if it's not completely relevant to the topic at hand. It doesn't really matter. What we're trying to simulate is what happens when you're put on the spot. How much would you fumble? How much would you blank out? Or how fluently would you end up speaking? Once you have that 3-minute audio recorder, sit down with a pen and paper and hear it meticulously. And try to make a note of the fillers you're using. You might be using the word like, whatever it is, keep making a note of them and identify the most used fillers. Once you do that, you want to turn to somebody you spend a lot of your time with. Could be a spouse, could be your child, could be a friend or a colleague, doesn't matter. Anyone you're comfortable with. And just tell them, hey, I'm trying to improve my communications and I tend to use this filler word way too often. The next time you hear me utilizing it, just point it out to me. That's all. Now, when you do that, you're not only holding yourself accountable, but you're making people around you more aware of this word usage as well. So when you do use it, they'll be more likely to notice it and hence point it out to you. And even if they point it out just 2 or 3 times, that's enough to make you conscious about your excessive use of filler words. Once you have that down, we can then move on to the core exercise. We like to call this the filler level exercise. Here's how it works. We're going to break this up into 5 levels. For this, what you need, again, same thing, a speech topic, a stopwatch, and an audio recorder. You can follow the same process to get a speech topic. Don't really get too caught up on what the topic is, just pick any one of them. Once you have a topic, the first level is the 15-second layer. You want to try and speak on this topic for just 15 seconds and audio record yourself. Once you're done, hear the audio recording. If you have used even a single filler word, we need to re-record with the same topic and speak for another 15 seconds. We need to keep repeating this again and again until we can get a 15-second mark with 0 filler words. Repeating the same topic itself. Once you achieve that, it could be at your first attempt, it could be at your fifth attempt, it could be at your 19th attempt. Whatever it is, just make a note of how many attempts you utilized at the 15-second mark. Once you can complete it without using any filler words, then you move on to level 2, where we speak for 30 seconds. This time we pick a new topic and try to speak for 30 seconds without the use of filler words. Repeat the same process, audio record yourself, hear it. If you use a filler word, simply go back to the topic and repeat your speaking. Once you get this right, again note down your number of attempts and then move on and speak on the third level for 60 seconds on a new topic. Complete that and then we move on to 120 seconds, and finally the fifth level, which is 240 seconds. And the point of the exercise is not to be filler free. Again, filler words have their own place, but when we follow this exercise rigorously, we're able to be a lot more conscious of the use of filler words. And when we combine this with our peers pointing out when we utilize our most identified fillers, the combination of all these things will help us not only eliminate them, but they'll make pausing a much more natural style of speaking for us. Remember, we spoke about the mind and mouth connection? The only way to improve upon it, if your mouth is exceeding your mind, is to pause the mouth and keep speaking with the mind. And that's exactly what this exercise will force you to do. And once you can go 240 seconds without the use of filler words, it'll be a lot easy for this habit to spill over into your daily conversations as well. But sometimes you might be struggling with what to say in the moment. Is there a structure or a framework that you can follow when you're put on the spot or speaking on an impromptu topic? To understand what you can do to tackle that situation, we've created an entire video which you can check out on 5 different mental models that you can utilize for spontaneous speaking. Check out the whole video right here.